Is it
but,
hard managing a team that's not all centrally located? Like how different time zones and things like that, is it hard? Kind of
yeah,
getting
yeah,
everyone on the same team on the same meeting and things like that?
oh, yeah, it can be real difficult. I can think of this one guy, makes it real difficult to get meetings set up. I'm not gonna name names or anything, but, like, he has to sleep, and sometimes he's like, "I'm tired. I can't do this. I have children to feed and take care of."
Feels pointed.
And I'm like, "Hey, you know, we gotta make trouble. This meeting's important."
But I think we do okay. I think we generally do okay. Obviously, it is
Yeah, yeah.
hard. Obviously, it is hard managing, managing time zones and things like that, especially with
Mhm.
I know there's several other people in the that have, like,
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
have a lot of people that have, families and stuff, and I try to accommodate for them, you know? But there's, like, this one guy, and, like, he'll, like I'm not gonna name names or anything, but he'll, like, be like, "Oh, I stayed up late and I'm tired. Can we please meet on the weekends?" But I'll accommodate for that.
Like I
He's a
said,
good
it feels
guy.
pointed, and I thank you for being accommodating. Because
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm
well,
not
as
naming any names.
if anyone's curious,
He's
I'm in
one of
this
us.
yeah, I'm in central time zone, and the rest of the team, or at least half of more than half the team is in the West
Pacific.
Coast. Yeah, Pacific.
Pacific
And
time
so
zone.
it's tough, definitely managing or balancing your life and doing game development and doing work and all of these different things. I
Yeah,
think people
yeah.
don't realize how difficult it is balancing all those things out. And yeah, I mean, it's hard. For sure
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
hard.
it can be real difficult to get everyone together, but we do a pretty good job.
I think so.
We like to give each other, we like to what is it? Riff on each other, little rads.
So what would you consider to be like our target market? Like who are we targeting for troublemakers? Like who's the ideal person that's like they came across troublemakers, they're like, "Oh my god, I'm definitely wishlisting this. I'm definitely going to play it." Who is that? Who would you describe how would you describe that person?
Assholes.
What was that?
And assholes.
Oh,
Like
like
people who are
mean people,
buttholes.
like jerks?
Yeah, 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 jerks. 'Cause, like, you wanna make trouble for people, right? Wait, hold on, wait. Hold on, I have a better idea. Hold on, let's start over. Here we go. Okay, okay. Nice people.
The exact literally the opposite of what you just said.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But don't you see?
So you're
Anyone and
trying to
everyone
say
can play troublemakers.
so you're definitely hitting a very broad stroke of people.
Like, yeah, like, if I could be real for a moment, I would say our target audience are people who are, sick and tired of being, treated poorly when they buy a video game. You know, I want them to know they're appreciated. Like sick of the industry.
That's a good point. I know one of the
Yeah,
things that
yeah,
I know one of the things that drew me in, especially working on this project, was the philosophy of like, I mean, kind of like fighting the AAA world, like fighting those AAA games because we're kind of getting sick of this like overpriced product with less content
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
over
We're not.
monetization and things like that. And it's almost like being an indie developer, you're kind of like fighting against that type of just very overproduced and just but, like, not like, a what
Yeah,
but
yeah,
a
yeah,
great example, I mean, and there's tons and tons of great examples, but I think, like, just this nonstop shoving things down our throat, like, for instance, like, the Star Wars Outlaw game, like, that was such a hot piece of garbage that was just shoved down our throat, and they were trying to tell us, like, it was a good game, and then you compared it to games 10 years ago, and you're like, "This is, like, garbage comparative," and you're trying
yeah.
to put a $70 price tag on it.
I don't like to use like derogatory terms like that for other game developers, but it was uh poopy, and you got all these games that I'm not in it to, I'm not in this to make money. I'm in this to make a good game.
Good
I
content.
want people to have fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
good content. Like obviously we need money to keep going, but like
right.
I'm not looking to get rich. I don't need like a mansion or anything. Maybe like sweet apartment, like a pool.
Well, and I think one of the things for sure that's really fun is this I mean, when coming up with the ideas of troublemakers, I know when with the team, like, it's seriously like a fucking it's like a what's the right word? It's like a what's the word? Like a when you get together with a bunch of creative people and then you just, like, dump a bunch of information, like, it's just like a I can't think of the right word, but it doesn't matter. Basically, whenever we get together and we just start talking, we can just riff
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
forever about so many ideas that we want to put into the game and things and characters, troublemakers and troubles and
Yeah,
levels
yeah,
and
yeah.
all of these different things. And I think that's one of the cool things about working on this team is is that creativity and that type of collaboration. And it goes back to what you were just saying as far as we're not looking to get rich while making this game. At the end of the day, this is one of the a massive creative outlet for a very creative team. Would you like concur?
Yeah, you just love the sound of your own voice, don't you?